In this session, we are going to talk about Python parameters and arguments. Sometimes an engineer may call a parameter an argument and call an argument a parameter. However, there is a difference between parameters and arguments. A parameter is a variable that stores information so a function can perform its job. An argument is also information, but is passed to the parameter when calling the function. Let's use the same example from our last session. What is the difference between Python's built-in print function and our define greet the user function? The built-in Python function for print contains information and greet the user does not contain information. Let's investigate the print function. Do you see the values within the parentheses? Those are called parameters. We are going to create our own parameter. The information in green is the docstring comment. If you look at the file name, we see built-ins.py because this complete file contains a list of Python functions. If I search for input, we see that input is also here and it has parameters. Now let's go back to our file and we're going to create our own parameters and arguments. Notice all of the print statements have data within the quotes. Hello, how are you? This is a Python function tutorial. Start at the top, stop at the bottom. These are the arguments that get passed to the print function. So now with our parameter, we're going to write name between the parentheses. The purpose of the name parameter is to operate as a placeholder so it can receive information. Recall an argument is passed to the parameter. We pass information to the parameter from our function called greet the user. James will be the name we pass. After our function receives the name value, we can print James by formatting the name. Place an F before the single quotes. Then curly brackets before the comma. Now, this is how we format the name. All we do is place name between each curly bracket. Do you notice that F has a brown background? That's because this Python version does not support the F prefix. It's okay. It won't cause an error. So we're going to continue. And our print statement now says, hello name, how are you? Let's run. And we see the name James was printed to the console. You see how we use the print statement 4 times? 1, 2, 3, 4. If we wanted to, we could also print greet the user more than 1 time, and it would print a different value to the console. Print, and we see James and John. I'm going to remove John. And in the same way, how the print function had more than 1 value for a parameter, we can also add more than 1 parameter to our greet the user function by separating name with the comma and write age as the other parameter. Now, let's add 1 more print statement for age by writing print, and within this, we're going to write another tab, RU plus age. And we're going to put years old. Let's pass in 34 as the value. Now, let's run. And we see both values in the console. James, and 34. At this point, we can reuse the function over and over. That's it for Python parameters and arguments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next session.